I'm 40 years old. I will be fighting this for almost 18 years. As of November, will be 18 years. Originally, we're like, you have to have hepatitis A or B, and you have to be heavily drinker and all this other stuff, and none of that was real. It's just a rare cancer that goes towards younger people. When I was diagnosed, there was no treatments. It was surgery or death.
What makes fibrolamellar patients different and special? The disease is so very rare, and we don't yet fully understand its origins. This tumor arises in the context of a completely healthy liver. Patients do not have a long-standing history of liver abnormalities or dysfunction, nor do they typically have any past medical history apart from new onset of a solid tumor involving the liver and/or adjacent lymph nodes and/or with distant spread. I think that makes this disease so very frustrating because traditionally patients have been very healthy until their diagnosis.
I would say what makes fibrolamellar patients special is that these are otherwise healthy teenagers and young adults who are really in the prime of their lives. They're at a time when they should be finishing high school and moving on to college and really becoming into themselves, and they get totally blindsided by this disease for which they had no control. These are totally healthy patients who don't have underlying liver disease, and this is just a random, very bad luck event that happens to them.
All cancers require a lot of energy to keep up with their shenanigans. But different cancers acquire that energy in different ways. So we're interested in figuring out what are the unique ways in which FLC tumors meet their energy demands. And if we can figure this out, we might be able to block that and prevent the cancer from growing and wreaking further havoc.
The typical journey of a FLC patient varies a lot depending on two factors. Number one is whether the disease is caught early and whether it's only localized to the liver and can be completely removed. I think in those lucky patients, they can be cured and hopefully surgery would be their only treatment. However, most patients with fibrolamellar do have disease outside the liver, and for them it can be a much longer journey with sometimes multiple surgeries, sometimes medical therapies as well, though again, I think the other reason I said that the journey varies a lot is that people get very different treatments depending on where they are, and that's because nobody really knows what medical treatment is best for patients with fibrolamellar.
My biggest frustration currently when treating patients with fibrolamellar carcinoma is the fact that because it's so rare, there is not great consensus on the standard of care to treat this very difficult to cure disease. We as a community really need to bond together and establish reproducible and reliable data to understand which therapies truly work. Only then as a community will we be able to best serve this population of patients that really needs our help in a unified way, supported by the most robust data possible.
Human lives are at stake. Patients are relying on us in the scientific and medical community to work together, to collaborate, to put our heads together, build teams with complementary expertise, do whatever it takes to crack this cancer. Our own research is trying to figure out where the vulnerabilities are for this cancer. Because the ultimate goal is to use medicines to target precisely those vulnerabilities and make the cancer crumble.
With ongoing work and collaboration, we can get there. And I really hope that through the efforts of the foundation and others, we can get clinicians across the country on the same page and really all band together to find out how best to treat this disease.
If I'm talking to someone who wants to join in the fight, I would say with your help, we can unite. That is so important. We must unite towards a common goal, and we must learn more about this devastating disease such that we can make a real impact in this rare disease designation for the future.
If you were speaking to someone who wants to join the fight, how would you finish the sentence? With your help, we can.
We can do anything.
We can stop winning battles and win the war against cancer.
All have hope that we won't lose any more friends.
We can make a difference in making cancer history.
We can create better solutions and help to empower those who are going through this disease and those around them until we reach our end goal, hopefully curing this disease for good so that it no longer has to have such an effect on the people that it takes over.
With your help, we must find a cure.
The more people there are, the more resources there are, the more voices there are. If you're just one voice, you can make a whisper. If you are a handful of voices, you can make a shout. And the more people that we have that are educating, telling people about fibro, just making it known and not having it be this quiet thing in the background, the more we can advance and the more resources we could get to fight this thing and work on it together.
We may be rare, but
we matter too!